Hello everyone, welcome to Dark Fae Tarot. You are joining me on the end of what was a windy, rainy, torrential storm and then sunshine weather day in Brussels. Welcome to new subscribers, welcome back to those who already know me. So yes, I am doing a unboxing of the deck Oracle of the Seven Energies. This is by colettebaronreid, illustrations by jenadellagrottaglia. The publication is Hay House. The publisher, sorry, is Hay House. It retails for around $30 US. I bought it for 15 euros on Amazon in Europe. So this is a deck from summer of 2020. I remember it being released. It is a collaboration that they've done, and they've also done many other decks as part of their collaboration. There is the Enchanted Map. There is also the Wisdom of the Oracle, which I think is an excellent, excellent oracle. There is the Spirit Animal Oracle, something like that, which is one of my favorites. There's also the Good Tarot. There's what they've also done a crystal deck. Now I'm starting to run out of names. And then of course there's Oracle of the Seven Energies. And I now know that both author and artist are now currently working with other authors and artists in their journey. So it's going to be interesting to see how the evolution goes, because they have had a string of successful decks and collaborations. Now this deck, as I mentioned, is 3 years ago published. Why did I add it? Because I already have a few of their decks, not all of them, but a few. And the reason is because I wanted it for several years. And I was working with their other decks, very happy with that. And I thought, well, there's no need right now to add anything. But this came a point where I kept looking at it. I know exactly how I want to use it. I know exactly where the images belong in how I want to work with the energies, utilize them in my practice, and make best use of this deck. So, you know, kind of like avoiding, thinking just make use of what you've got. And in the end, I thought, I bit the bullet and said, just get it, because you know you're going to use it. So there you go. Now, just to be very clear, as we go in, I said, unboxing inverted commas, because I actually filmed the whole video and the sound didn't record. So we're going to do the whole video again together. So there we go. And you're coming along with me for the ride and actually can't hear me. So this is quite funny, but there you go. So let's look at it together. Now, the other reason why there's a lot of hesitation from myself, this is the inside of the box, is that I personally have been quite disappointed in Hay House cardstock in the last few years. They did the Mystical Shaman as well together, and they did Mystical Shaman, and then they did another one, and I don't have the second one that they did, but the Mystical Shaman, the one with the big white box, I love that cardstock. I mean, there was a run of decks where they did fabulous cardstock, and then I don't know what happened. Again, in publishing houses, they have a new team come in and they say, let's cut the cost, and quality suffers. And I think that's what's happened here. So I have to be really honest with you. I actually had a bit of I'm staying away from Hay House decks for a little bit because I was just so fed up with that cardstock. But I'm giving them a go again. So I'm going to get them out. Been rabbiting on for 3 minutes there, but there you go. This is the inside of the box. It's very simple, but yet beautiful. I think the box is very good quality. This cardstock is not my favorite kind. Let's all get that clear. But, when I first filmed this, as I opened it, I went, oh dear, it's that cardboardy stuff. I said it then as well. I'm going to say it now. I'm going with the flow of energies. That's been my message from my spirit guides lately. Go with the flow of energies. Don't fight them. So I'm going to go with the flow that this is the cardstock that we have for this deck. But the images are great and I'm very happy with that. So let's have a quick look and just go through them. It is 49 cards, and that little diamond there, the color of that diamond, you might just see it's red right now, indicates the chakra that the card is oriented towards. You can use it in that way, or you don't have to. You can also use it numerologically. They also did a crystal deck, and that's one of the decks. So I just remembered that because I saw that face, and that's one of the decks which really, that's one of my favorite cards in this deck. But that's a deck that I feel, the crystal deck, I feel a little bit apprehensive of because I'm not really a huge fan of faces and everything. I'm more of an objects, animal, scene kind of girl, and fairies. There you go. So Humanoids scare me. But anyway, but this has beautiful images. I like the diversity. I like the fact that it's not repeating artwork. I haven't seen this specific images in her other decks, which is always good. I have fresh artwork here to work with. This is beautiful, this line energy. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've got this as I flick through it with all of you. I love these colors. They're bright, they're uplifting. Sometimes I need that. I know for me, this deck is wonderful for pairings. It's perfect for path working. It can also be a great journaling tool. It can be an altar deck. It can be just a deck for doing a spread and getting a reading. It's a deck that I can use in so many different ways. And so, yeah, I really felt like, this is a deck that belongs in my collection. It really also reminds me, I don't know if you're all aware of this, there's another deck called Spellcasting that I have. That's by Barbara Meiklejohn and Flavia Kate Peters, also a Hay House deck. And this reminds me a lot of it. I think that's why I was staying away from this one, because I thought, am I going to just read energies? But I love that deck. So I can also do a video on that, actually, if you're interested. I absolutely love that deck. It's so spot on for me. So anyway, these are the images of this one. I like it. I really think it's a very comforting deck, and I know exactly where I want to use it on my journey. So I'm quite pleased. When I know where I'm going to use a deck, I get very excited, because it's like plug and play. I can put it into use straight away, and that always makes me, it makes me happy. It doesn't just sit on the shelf looking nice. It has a bit more use. So there we go. So that's the end. Now these are the backs, and I'm going to do a sample reading. But I'm going to do a sample reading of the card that I already pulled the last time, because I absolutely loved that reading and it was spot on. So I'm going to pull that card again, because it really is actually the reading that I needed to read today, and it was very random the first time round. So let's pull it out. It was number 20. That was the one that I had. So it says a merry motive, number 20, and it's yellow. So that's related to the fire chakra. So interesting. Now let me read this out. This guidebook is very short and sweet. We have a few spreads. We have the energies here. Yeah, yellow is fire, personal power, will, assertiveness, action, vitality, and so forth. And number 20, I'm going to read this. And if any of my Tarot Tube friends are watching, some of them or one of them, they're going to know that this really is where I'm at. So I'm going to read it out, and some of you might laugh. A merry motive, key concepts: knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intentions. You've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing? Or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you, or you feel about yourself? You must choose to be in the flow of the experience, relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your own limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus, because that's where energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you are envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel as if you are not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. So if you're unsure about your motives, the results will just be as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of your attachment to the form that X is supposed to come in. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intention. It always does. And that is a reading that I needed today. And if that helps anyone else, I'm really glad. I'm really grateful for that. So there you go. I think this deck will really just, be very useful for some of the things that I'm currently working through. I already know where I want to place it in my activities over the coming month and so. And there are more decks arriving, so happy to do more unboxings or walkthroughs or discussions on the channel. Thank you for thank you for joining me today for this very brief unveiling. This time around, hopefully the sound has worked. But thank you for sticking around, and I will see you all soon. Take care now. Bye.